How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Manatee Gaming. Woo! Oh yeah, excitement. Everybody's gotta wake up, have some coffee, like I always do, and I currently am, and let's play some Runescape. So, anyway, sitting here playing. I'm currently getting my crystal flecked sandstone stuff so that I can go over here to the robust glass machine and save lots of money on crafting, because I don't like to spend money on stuff I don't need to spend money on. So anyway, I'm going to go over here and do this. I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing also because, you know what, I found it out, guys. I discovered it. I know what you guys want to see on the channel. You want to have giveaways, you want to see massive money-making methods, and you want to see me being totally blatantly honest with you. Okay, well, now's the time for me to do that. Yes, and please ignore the stack of cash in here. This 431 mil will not fit in the bank because I currently have max cash in this pouch, and I also have max cash in the bank. So that was kind of I wasn't planning on doing that. It just kind of happened because I collected some stuff from the Grand Exchange, and then yeah, oops. So anyway, just ignore that. It's not really there. But what has been going on is these Onyx bolts and everything are actually still going really well. I noticed that the prices on all of the stuff has gone up, and I know that there was at least one person, probably more. There's probably a lot of people who didn't say anything on the channel or whatever, but you know, people are like, well, the only reason why you're showing this is because you want us to buy it all up and then you make a bunch of money, blah blah blah. Well, here's the deal. It's great when the price of the stuff goes up, obviously, because I have some of it. But also, I don't have that much of it. Like, if you look right here, this is how many Onyx Bolt tips I have. And I have not bought any more since I made the video. I started off, I'll be totally honest with you guys, and I'll tell you exactly what's going on. Like I just said, you know, be very clear with everyone. I had a grand total of 117,000 Onyx Bolt tips when I made that video. And I previously, before that, had about, I think 150,000 Onyx Bolt tips, roughly that much, when I very first started. And the thing is that I didn't buy any more of them, and I also didn't really even hide them or anything like that. So if anyone's like, oh, he's just trying to pump the prices and stuff, it's not true at all. It's not true at all. And yes, sorry, just ignore the fan on this one. I am going to be buying a microphone. Most likely, I actually would like to use some of the donation money that I end up getting from Patreon. I would like to use that, like I say on the Patreon, to improve the channel, and I would like to get a microphone so I can ignore this obnoxious fan noise. And I am well aware that I can download whatever the name of that program is. Yeah, I can't think of it right now. But anyway, there's a program you can download and run the audio through it, and it'll clear up that sound. But the only problem is, like, detaching the audio from these videos and then putting it back in. It takes a ton of time, and I really, honestly, it's whatever. You know what? Just ignore the fan. I can ignore the fan, so can you. But when I do get a microphone, I will be able to do that. All my money has to go towards my rent and everything right now. So I hope you guys can understand. I'm sorry. But anyway. So I had about 150,000 of these bolt tips to start off with, and then when I made that video, I had about 117,000. This is how many I've got left now, and I'm basically just making them into Onyx bolts, and I'm going to enchant these bitches and then throw them in there and sell them for you know, whatever they sell for. Here's the deal. So I made two videos. I made a video about alching the Onyx Bolts E, and then I made another video about how I made 340 million in one weekend, and then what's happened because of those two videos is the prices of the Runite bolts, the price of the Onyx Bolt tips, the prices of the Onyx bolts, and the Onyx Bolts E have all been rising. It's not just one thing that's been rising. Like the Onyx Bolt tips did not skyrocket 1,000 GP and now you can't make them. It's nothing like that. They all increased. So what that does is it makes it so that if everything's increasing, including the finished product, that means that you're able to do this. I mean, obviously, I would not be sitting here and clicking this and making these Onyx Bolt tips. And you can see how impatient I am, by the way, because I keep on clicking them at like 4 or 5. If you're sitting here and this guy's pickpocketing me, oh my god. If you make these things, you're going to make some money. And I would encourage you, actually, if you're making the Onyx Bolts E and you're selling those in the GE, be patient. Like, because right now the buy price on those is like 78. 50 or something like that is what they like. Is what like a quick sell on those things is. But the thing is, oh, I forgot about my crystal tree. Yeah, damn it. But the thing is though, is like if you are patient about it and you wait overnight, you can sell them for like 100 or 150 more. Like I sold out my Onyx Bolts E. I'll tell you what I sold them at. I sold them at 79.89. That exact number. It's a super random number, so you know it's true. 7,889. Or sorry, 7,989. There we go. 79.89. That's what I sold all my Onyx Bolts E for, and I actually don't have any Onyx Bolts E now, but I'm going to be making some more. But the thing is, though, is that if you're really patient, you can get that price in there because the way it works is people buy when they go in the GE and they buy stuff. It's say like one guy is like underselling something for we'll just use a different example here. Say 500 gold, and then somebody else has something for 1,000. If the guy selling stuff for 500 gold only has 100 of those things, but then somebody's interested in buying 150 of those things, what's going to happen is someone's going to go on the GE. They're going to put in an offer for 150 of those. They're going to buy that dude's 100 items, but then 50 of those items are going to come from you. And then every future buyer is going to be buying from you because there's nobody lower. You get it? So that's the reason why you be patient. These things are not cheap, by the way. I don't know if you noticed it, but if you look in here, these Onyx bolts, let's add one Onyx bolt, is 7,649, which is not accurate, by the way. They're far more than that in the GE now because of these two methods I've been posting. But if you look at a total of like a bunch of these, then that's 90 million gold. And let's throw in these Onyx bolt tips. Those 666 million gold. And look, it's demon gold. But throwing these Onyx these bolts here, whatever. So I'm sitting on almost $700 million in supplies just right here. That's not including the runes or anything. So a lot of people in the game are not going to be able to make tens of thousands of these bolts. Most people are not going to be able to make anywhere near that many bolts. So what that means is if you're patient and you put your buy prices or you put your sell prices a little bit higher than what they're currently going for, that's how I made my sales. And that's what I'm actually wanting to teach you guys today in this video, is that you need to be patient when you sell stuff because you'll get more money. There's like a billion different flipping guides out there that'll be like, all right, so go in the GE and buy an item, and then whatever that item says, go undercut it by like 1 GP and then sell yours for that price. And that's not incorrect. I'm not saying that's wrong, but there is a problem with that, and that is not optimal. That is not the best way to do it. Like, hands down, that is not the best way to do it. And yeah, actually here, I'll show you guys. See on the bottom left here, it says sold 8,658 out of 14,000 dragon stones. There's a prime example right there. You see how these aren't selling right away? I've been selling these same damn dragon stones since I made that video with you guys. I mean, you guys saw that video. I showed you the dragon stones in the GE, and you see how they're still selling? But the deal is they might take an extra few days to sell, but overall, I'm going to get a lot more money than the guys that are selling them for like 300 GP less. Especially when I had like 100,000 dragon stones that I was selling. So it's like, oh yeah, guys, I've got 30 million gold more than you do now. These are all ways of how you can make yourself into a billionaire in RuneScape by just being a little bit smarter. And that's what that's what I'm trying to help you guys with. I'm legitimately trying to help you guys be more successful in RuneScape. Like, there's a couple successful people around me, at least I think. This person right here. Whoever you are, Bunny Socks. It's probably a guy. It's probably not actually a girl, although they're acting like a girl. This person right here has a Mimic plushie, the Crown of Seasons, Cloak of Seasons. I mean, no, that's not a lot of money, but it's a decent amount of money. There's 143 million on that thing. There's some money. They've got some money at least. And anyway, but the point is though, is this person has some cash. This person is probably smart about the way they handle the GE. I'm just assuming that. Maybe they're completely retarded. I have no idea. But anyway, the point is I'm trying to teach you guys some more methods. So anyway, let's go back into this real quick. So that's not incorrect when it says stuff like buy one for max and then sell it for 1 GP less. I'm laughing because this Santa Claus looking guy is really funny. But that's not incorrect. But the thing is, though, is you have to understand that the margins swing a little bit. So just because you bought an item at one price, like an hour later, it might be higher. And the reason why is because those items get bought. And when there's less supply and there's still a bunch of demand, then the prices are going to rise. That's how it works, guys. That's how it works. I swear, that's literally how it works. So I encourage you to take advantage of the fact that I've essentially pumped the prices on these. That was not really it's not my intention. It's really not. But because of the fact that I showed you guys this method that I've been doing, um, more people have been paying attention. They're like, oh my goodness, hey, we should go buy all these supplies too, and that's why they're all rising. And then also people probably noticed the fact that these like all these Onyx Bolts items like dropped a lot recently, for not really any good reason. And you know, like they had some reason, but not enough reason to be dropping as much as they did. And so people are like, oh shit, these things are going to go back up. And you know, they're right, because they're currently skyrocketing. Like everything's above. Like these Onyx Bolt tips have risen about 500 GP since I released that video. And people can blame me for being like, oh yeah, man, you just wanted those prices to go up. Well, the thing is, I was buying these Onyx Bolt tips, so I don't really want the prices to go up when I'm buying them. That doesn't even make any sense. Also, these Runite Bolts, the reason why I don't have very many Runite Bolts and I have a lot of these is because the Runite Bolts are freaking expensive now too. I accidentally, you know, I wish I would have been investing in this crap before I made that video, because then I would have like made some money on Runite Bolts, but instead I'm having to buy into them at these inflated prices. But the thing is, though, is like I said, the Onyx Bolts E are selling for quite a bit more, and there's easy profit to be made right there with just these Onyx Bolts and stuff. So I do highly encourage, and while I'm standing here, I'm going to go do some stuff because I realize I've just been staring at the same screen. If you're interested in doing this method, it is still very viable and still very good money. Actually, just sitting here, I recently changed my stuff, and oh, that's confusing. Why does it say that? Let's see. So for some reason, talk of this. I don't know why it says my GP per hour is 2.147 billion. Man, guys, I am making a ton of money. Oof. Oh man, I can hardly. Geez, I'm so freaking rich, dude. I'm making 2 billion an hour. Yeah, that's what I was talking about in my previous videos. How the rune metrics thing doesn't really work very well. And I'm probably honestly just gonna like discontinue my subscription of the rune metrics because of crap like this, where it says like I'm making 2 billion an hour, and it's not even fluctuating. It's just saying I'm making 2 billion an hour. I'm clearly not. But anyway, my total gain today is 9.4 million, and I've only been on for like, I don't know, I think I've only been on here for like an hour. So, and that's without me selling any. I haven't sold any of these things. I've just been processing them. I've just been like making these into the Onyx Bolts. So as you can it still makes a ton of money. Oh hey there, their GP per hour is updating. I guess it's just crashing. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm just gonna ignore that. But the deal is, guys, that it's really good money still, and if you're interested in jumping in, feel free. Also, the prices are still rising. Like the Onyx Bolts are actually, the non-enchanted Onyx Bolts are more today than they were yesterday. The Onyx Bolts enchanted are more today than they were yesterday. Actually, pretty much everything is more today than it was yesterday. So it's obviously it's a very good like trend, I guess, going on right now, where their prices are recovering. They're not really going above where they ever were. Like these prices were already pretty good previously, so it's not like my videos have caused these things to go like above anything they've ever been. They're actually still, to be totally honest with you, all of the prices are still less than they previously have been. So if anyone's like, well, I'm afraid they're going to crash if I bought into them. Well, the deal is they're below price anyway. So the chances of them like crashing down is going to be pretty freaking slim, especially now that I made the videos and people know about them. But the thing is, like, they still have a ways to go before they even go back to regular value. If you want to know what the regular value is, Onyx Bolts E previously were like 8,400 was their commonly traded price, and then Onyx Bolts regular were like 8,350 overnight sales, and which is that's what I did. I to be totally honest with you, and be blatantly honest here, I've made a few billion on these items before, and not because I just invested in them and waiting for the prices to go changes. I've made a few billion by doing fletching with them. That's kind of the reason why I have 53 million fletching, roughly, is because I do these Onyx Bolts a lot. I've been doing them since I pretty much started the account. So it's not like, you know, this method is really cool and everything, but the method wasn't really stupid good money until just now. I was previously making like a few million per hour. Now I'm making like a ton of money per hour, and that's why I shared it with you guys. So yeah, it's a little bit longer video, but I just want to like give you guys a good history here. So the Onyx Bolt tips themselves were previously about 8,100 to 8,300, and then the Onyx Bolt, or sorry, the Runite Bolts they've been like a really random prices. I've seen those things as low as 150 GP, and I've seen them as high as like 1,000 GP. So they've always been like really random, and because of invention, they dramatically change. So I can't really give you an honest, accurate number on those. But as you can see, with what the whole point here is that the prices have been very significant. They're significantly lower right now than what they have been in the past. And I don't really know why I'm chopping this magic tree, but there's nothing else I can really think to go do before reset. Well, I should talk to you guys. Actually, I changed mine. I'm going to go to the Max Guild, and I'm going to do my Divine Locations because I realized I didn't do any today. But anyway, guys, that's really all I want to say in this video. The last thing I want to touch on is our Christmas raffle. The Christmas raffle is going to be live on YouTube. It's going to be live on YouTube, or it's going to be live on Twitch. I'm going to try to do it live on YouTube because I just would rather do that. But if I, for some reason, can't get to go live on Twitch, sorry, on YouTube, then it's going to be on Twitch. I'm not really a huge fan of using Twitch, to be totally honest with you, because the whole like OBS and like the whole system of like setting everything up is super confusing and super like tiring, and nothing ever seems to work correctly. I know I'm probably just a noob at streaming, but it's a huge pain in my ass. So I would rather set up everything on YouTube and do it that way. So anyway, as far as that Christmas raffle goes, we've already have a few entries. But I just wanted to let you guys know that if you check out the Patreon page, I put some more information on the Christmas raffle on the front of the page. So if you guys want to see some like more updated information on that, you can definitely see that there. As far as that goes, I am planning on giving away roughly $1,000 worth of stuff. So I'm giving away roughly $1,000 worth of prizes, and that is not, like I said before, has nothing to do with any GP or accounts or anything like that in RuneScape. It's just all my Patreon content, and I'm giving away about $1,000 worth of passes in that giveaway. I am going to be doing some drop parties / other stuff for Christmas. I might drop a few Santa hats. I don't know. I already gave away, like I said before, I've already given away like billions and billions. Like this in 2016 alone, I've given away 150 billion roughly. If you watch my previous videos, you probably know that. But so I'm not really sure how much GP I'm going to be giving away, but yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely going to give away some stuff. But anyway, if you're interested in entering the raffle, I also want to make it another option here too. I have had some people message me, direct message me on YouTube, and they're like, "Hey, I can't really join the Patreon, but what I'd like to do is just donate straight through the YouTube, and can I enter the raffle that way?" The answer is yes. You can enter the raffle straight through donating through YouTube. Just donate in the exact same way. A maximum of $3 and a minimum of $1 because it's $1 per entry. And it's a $1, $2, or $3 donation, and then something I'm giving you on those donations is entries into the raffle. You know, the donations are just donations to the channel. It's not really like you're buying a ticket. But anyway. If you would like to donate straight through YouTube, you can do that. Just make sure that you give me your username when you do that. Like put in like a receipt or something, or message me on YouTube saying, "Hey, I just donated $3 or just donated $2. Can you?" And my RuneScape username is blah blah blah. Because when I do the raffle, I have to know who you are. If I don't know who you are, there's not going to be any way of giving you your prize. So please let me know who you are. And we already have several people entering, but the thing is, though, is currently right now, I believe I still have more prizes planned than entries. So if you're entering right now, you're pretty much guaranteed to win. But that's probably going to change as we get more entries. But right now, your chances are like ridiculously good of winning a prize. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching this super long video. I know. But I just want to show you guys, like how the method that I just released on YouTube is still going. It is not dead. And it is still very, very lucrative. In fact, I'm doing it. And I'm actually, when these 80,000 bolt tips is all I'm doing. When I get done with those, I'm done with them. Because for the most part, I want to go back to AFKing mining. I was working on mining to get to 60 million. I want to get 60 million all my gathering stuff on the right side here. And I also want to keep stocking up my charms for 120 summoning on bonus on double experience weekend. So I'm going to be going back into going AFKing on this stuff, probably in the Ark and whatnot. So that's the reason why I don't want to sit here and fletch, because, yeah, I just don't want to do fletching right now. I want to do this stuff. So, 80,000 more tips for me, and then that'll be it. I'll probably give you guys another update, let you know what the prices are looking at, let you know what money per hour you can expect, and everything, regarding these regarding this method. But right now, it's still good to go. Just keep in mind, it's like all of the pieces are going up in price. That means the finished product is going up in price too, which means you still have plenty of margin there to make some cash. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being part of my YouTube channel. I mean, to be totally honest with you, the only reason why I have this YouTube channel is because I like to, I like the community aspect. And when you guys leave comments that are like, "Hey, man, you're really awesome, and I really enjoy your channel, and I really like what you're helping out the community." That stuff means a lot to me. It really does, because I've been playing RuneScape for I don't know, like 15 years. So it's it's a pretty big part of like what I do. So it really makes me feel good that you guys enjoy my content. And you know what? If like 5 years from now I'm still not making any money from YouTube for the RuneScape, that's totally fine with me. I don't even care. I'm not here to make a bunch of money. I'm here because I like doing it. So anyway, guys, see you guys next video. You guys have a great day.